Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Pace Studios. We are live with CORY WONG. CORY, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Yes, absolutely, man. It's a total pleasure for us to have you here. We've been listening to Soundcheck for 15-ish minutes, and I'm stoked to share what you guys have been doing with the rest of the internet now because it sounds great in here. So looking very much forward to sharing this with everybody. Congratulations on the album. So The Optimist exists. It's out in the world, and you're going to play 2 songs off of that, The Optimist, right, the current album, and 2 songs off the previous album. And can you tell us a bit about what you're doing?
This first tune we're going to play is a title track off the new record called The Optimist. And it is a song written about the fact that you can accomplish anything in life if you're living out your calling, if you have the right community of people around you, and if the internet is on your side. And here we are on the internet. Thank you for joining us, digital world.
All right.
Live from Binary Code, this is The Optimist. Somebody in your life that has told you you're a jam kid, you're a funk kid, there's no way you're getting into the smooth jazz scene, okay? But I'm here to tell you on the internet right now through binary code that if you grow a mustache and white pants and you try to get the attention of hold that F minor 6. If you try to get the attention of Dave Koz and you put in the right work with the community behind you and you live out your calling, you can accomplish anything in life. Keep rolling on that F minor 6, fellas. I gotta walk back to my guitar. I'm standing on chairs now. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Internet. This next tune is called 91 Maxima. It's a tune off of my new record as an ode to my high school vehicle, which I loved. It had nice Bose speakers and an automatic seatbelt that kept me safe, even when I was a 16-year-old and thought it was cool not to wear my seatbelt. This car manufacturer made sure that I was safe no matter what, and it's much appreciated, which is why I named this song 91 Maxima.
Dude, thank you guys for coming and doing this and playing these songs. It's that the optimism is infectious, man. I feel like I can go climb something tall,
Thank you, bro.
right now. Yeah,
You can, all right? You can. Whether it be the corporate ladder or whether it be Mount Everest, you can climb and you can make it.
I meant more something literally tall. I'm gonna go climb something like right after this.
The corporate ladder, of course, it's a given. That's
Yeah.
why you're here.
Right. That's an everyday. Man, thank you. Can you so tell us a little bit about the backstory of the Optimist and how it came to be? I mean, I have just found out that you are potentially the ultimate optimist in the history of the world and kept a very optimistic outlook through a thing that was tough to be optimistic about and came out the other side. And now there's this.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we all go through experiences in our life that form the way that we view the world and view things that happen. When I was in high school, I had like a medical scare that was kind of messed up, and it made it so my right arm would go numb a lot. And basically, like, I was working at in a warehouse, and like my buddy and I would be carrying boxes, and my arm would just like go limp. And it was just kind of this weird thing that was a freak accident from, believe it or not, from my physique. I used to be in boxing, and it was kind of like this boxing accident being me, an idiot being a featherweight, talking trash to one of my best friends who was one of the heavyweights, and me losing the match. Anyways, went through some, there was medical ramifications for that horrible decision that I made that caused some weird stuff that ended up healing. But through that process, doctors were not sure about, the longevity of my life at that point. At one spot, they like told my mom and I in a doctor's office that I only had a couple weeks to live. Or potentially, like, yeah, we don't really know what's going on, but, if it's this, you might only live for 2 more weeks. It could be this other thing, but right now it looks like it could be this. Fortunately, it wasn't this blood clot thing. It was some other stuff that was happening. But what it did is it was just a smack in the face that told me that life is precious, that every moment is precious, the people you're around matter, and it gave me good perspective just on life in general, like how to view things, and every day is a gift, every moment is a gift, to just express gratitude through what our gifts are that we were given. In our case, it's playing music and sharing our story. So that's what I'm hoping to bring through my music. So thank you that you said that and that it translates to you.
It does. It's hitting me in all the right spots. So thank you for coming and sharing all of it. 'Cause not everybody most people wouldn't have stayed optimistic through something like that. So
Sure.
You are something special. You guys are doing something special. So thanks for doing it in this room for us and for the entire internet who is completely stoked and watching it right now. So
Awesome.
Yeah, man. We
Well,
really
let me know if
appreciate
there
it.
are any internet questions that come in that feel appropriate for me to answer.
Absolutely, yes. I will be looking through the comments. So you did 2 off of the Optimist. Oh, wait a minute. Before we also go into the previous material, can we talk a little bit about the players who are on, in addition to these guys playing here in front of us, the players on the Optimist, specifically the Minnesota. Are they all Minnesota guys?
I did 3 different sessions for this record. 2 of them in Minnesota, 1 of them in Nashville. In Minnesota, one of the sessions that I did was with like a palindrome setup, meaning it's a mirror image drum kit, a lefty and a righty, where they share a kick drum, with Petar Janic and Steve Gould sharing drum duties. My friend Kevin McIntyre playing bass, Kevin Gastongue playing keys, and Elliot Blofeld. Those are the guys that usually are touring with me, but they are in Minnesota or on the road right now. And I have my wonderful friends who live here in New York, where we are, that stepped in. And this is their first time playing the material. So this is super fun to have friends that are amazing at music. You can just learn your stuff right away. And then I did a session in Nashville with basically what has been the Ben Rector Band for a few years. Ben is an artist that I toured with for a long time, and a bunch of us were on the road. And we had never really gotten in a studio and recorded all together.
He came through here a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty recent.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he's great friend of mine, amazing singer-songwriter, brilliant pop artist. I love what he does. And finally, I was just like, all right, if Ben's not going to have us do a live session together, I'm going to hire all of us. And I'm going to have Ben just play keys. And I think that's fun because, you know, as somebody who's an artist myself, sometimes it's fun to just kind of step back and play session guy and do that sort of thing. So that was a fun session we did in Nashville at my friend's house. And then another session was one that just kind of popped up for this record where I got off tour with Wolfpack and was really energized and creatively just felt like I wanted to keep doing stuff. And I had some voice memos that I recorded while I was on the road and thought, wow, this would be really fun to just do a session on Thursday when the studio is available, because I called the studio and was like, hey, do you have any time this week? They're like, yeah, come in Thursday. And then I called up my friends. Some of them were unavailable. They're not on the record. Just called up some of my other friends. They were available. And it was really fun to put that session together. And a legend of a bass player, Sonny Thompson, that I grew up watching when he was playing with Prince and New Power Generation. And then also the Hornheads were Prince's New Power Generation horn section for a long time. And Michael Nelson, being one of his main arrangers, arranged the horns for my tunes. So it's a really fun collaborative effort on this record, and fun to just have different communities and groups of people that I play with in different settings come together and play these tunes.
Yeah. So everybody, if you're just joining us and don't know, The Optimist is the record that we just heard 2 songs off of. So please do dive into it, because there is an amazing group of talent on it. And yeah, man, we're just stoked that you're here right now and sharing these songs. So we got 2 more.
Yeah.
And these are off the previous record. Can you tell us what we're doing next?
Yep. This is a tune called Sidestep.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
That sounds great, man. So where can people see you live? I know. So as in this iteration, as Cory Wong, as your solo stuff, you're starting the Western European and Scandinavian tour on October 7th, and then
October
you've got
7th, I start in Spain and kind of go all around Western Europe, and yeah, that's gonna be fun. And then I'm back playing at Halloween Festival in Florida with my project and also with Wolfpack, and then. Next week, I'm going to be announcing a new tour for January, February in the U.S. tour.
Yeah.
And then February, March, UK and Ireland, which is going to be a blast.
Great. So odds are very good that you're going to be in the vicinity of
check it
everybody
out.
who's watching this
dates are
right
on my
now.
website. You can find it via internet.
Yeah.
Where things are happening.
All of the places that you would expect there to be tour dates. I'm going to see you tomorrow with Wolfpack. I'll be out at King's Theater tomorrow, so that's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. This is the first time that I've got a chance to see you live. I haven't seen you in this iteration or with Wolfpack, so it's
awesome.
Yeah, this sounds outstanding, and I'm looking forward to it being bigger and louder on stage. And hopefully everybody who's watching it right now and enjoying is also able to go see it live. Because
check it out. Come say hi. Yeah.
The internet is not a substitute for going and seeing live music. So the internet, though, does want to know if you can moonwalk. There are plenty of questions coming in. That is the winner thus far.
I can't moonwalk on this rug, and or in these shoes.
That sounds like a yes, though. The answer is yes, just not under these conditions.
Let's go to camera one, Vlans. Let's just check this out here. I'm going to show you right now.
Amazing.
Was that your Michael Jackson? I did tell him at all times to just default to the Teen Town hi-hat, and he did. So that's great.
So
I can kind of moonwalk, as proven on this camera right here.
Yeah, all of us in the studio know.
Yeah,
now.
you
That's
guys,
amazing.
they know. Yeah, that's why you have to come to the live show. You can't make everything happen on the internet.
That's right. So you've got a fourth song to play, and this is also off the previous album that Sidestep came off of. Can you tell us about what's next?
Yeah, this next tune we're going to do is called Pleasin. This is one that started as a tune my friend Jim Anton wrote. Jim is an amazing bass player and a friend of mine from around the Minneapolis area. And he and I have collaborated a bunch on writing and just playing together. And he and I, once in a while, just do house concerts in Minneapolis with our friends and family and other musicians. We do kind of little informal jams that are very fun and end up being like incredibly potent music moments. And we did one of these, and we started playing this tune, Pleasin, of his. And eventually I said, hey, I want to record this for my record. I want to have a vocalist on it. I don't quite know what kind of vibe I want for it. And he said, sure, take it and run with it. Do whatever. I trust you. And I added a couple little things to it, and then also collaborated with Antoine Stanley, who sang on it, who missed his flight, so he's not here with us. But actually, that's just what I say. I always lie and say that he missed his flight when people see me live. And then it's like kind of a letdown. No, it's not, because then I put him on the screen. But anyways, it's a letdown for you right now.
Wait, so what is the reality of the situation? What happened to Anton?
Oh, he's just flying in later tonight. I don't know. He's just not here today.
All right. That was a letdown. I was hoping it was something much cooler. I was hoping there was
No, it's just he was never planning on being
pyrotechnics
here.
involved
That's
somehow.
But we do an instrumental version of this tune, and that's what we're going to play.
All right.
This is more like what the original thing that Jim came up with that he and I collaborated on before Antoine came into the mix. So this is Pleasin.
Guys, thank you again so much for coming and playing. See you tomorrow night as Wolfpack. I'll see you out there at King's Theater, and all of the CORY WONG dates are up at corywongmusic.com. And that kicks off in Western Europe on October 7th. There are far too many days to list. You're going to be everywhere, and so hopefully everybody gets a chance to come out and see you and your white pants and your mustache, because it's amazing, man. Thank you guys, everybody.
I'm playing a part. I'm playing a part. I'm doing my service.
You are doing it so well, dude. You're doing great. And so The Optimist is the album. It's out right now, and you are forever the Optimist. And now I feel great. I'm going to go climb something right now. Hopefully everybody does something awesome that they didn't think they could do 29 minutes ago.
All
but
right,
now they
I like
can.
that.
So, man, thanks very much, and hopefully we cross paths again here in the studio sooner than later, man. It's a standing invite. Come back anytime.
All right, thank you, man.
All right,
Thanks for having
thank
us.
you.